Within the last few days, there has been a lot of changes recently. And like I said in my previous video, that a lot of people are tired of all these new changes. But the truth is that you have to be updated for you to know what is happening, because in the UK, I did not know is not an excuse. I was just doing my praise into July, exactly 1 minute past 12 midnight, which is 1st of July. I was like, okay, let me just check what is happening with the UK immigration, if there has been any new update. Guess what? I saw a new update. This dropped about 1 minute past 12 a.m. on the 1st of July, and I believe that they may have scheduled this to drop at that time. And I saw it, I was like, you know what, just film this video before going to bed. And just as you can see on my screen, major immigration reform delivered to restore order and control. Work to restore control of Britain's border has seen the first of sweeping reform to the immigration system introduced by the Home Secretary today, which is the 1st of July 2025. Now, as you can see on my screen, this was just published 1st July 2025. New rules to be laid in Parliament see skills and salary thresholds rise. Overseas recruitment for care workers ends, and more than 100 occupations no longer granted access to the immigration system, which means that 100 occupations will be removed from what this publication has said. These changes, which is the first to be ruled out from the immigration white paper, represent a fundamental shift in the UK's approach to immigration and restore order to the point-based system, focusing on higher skills, lower numbers, and tighter controls. They are an important step in ending the UK's reliance on overseas lower skilled recruitment. So this is finally coming to pass. Like they said, that this changes, which is the first to be ruled out from the immigration white paper. Wow. The introduction of an interim, time-limited and conditional temporary shortage list will make sure the immigration system works better for the UK, with international recruitment only providing support where occupations are key to the industrial strategy or building crucial infrastructure. This was actually proposed. If you watched my previous video, I talked about it, that this was just a proposal, but from what they have said, that this changes, the first to be ruled out from the immigration white paper, represent a fundamental shift in the UK's approach to immigration and restore order to the point-based system. Just as you can see, each sector must have a workforce strategy in place to train UK workers, or it will lose access to the immigration system. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper said, "We are delivering complete reset of our immigration system to restore proper control and order." After the previous government allowed net migration to quadruple in 4 years, these new rules mean stronger control to bring migration down, to restore order to the immigration system, and to ensure we focus on investing in skills and training here in the UK. As part of the plan for change, we can build an immigration system that serves the needs of the British economy and people. One that values skills, tackles exploitation, and ensures those who come to the UK make a genuine contribution, which I always mention on this platform, that if you're coming to the UK for study or for work, ensure that you're coming genuinely. You're not just coming to start creating problems for yourself. Like I said in my previous video, that once you have any problem, like any problem at all with your visa or your immigration status, it further makes your application complicated. So the package of measures includes raising the skills threshold for skilled worker visas, removing 101 eligible occupations. These are going to be removed from the immigration salary list, which means that those occupations can no longer sponsor overseas workers, skilled workers to the UK. This is sad, but to an extent, they are actually trying their best to see how they can cut down net migration, because a lot of people have abused the system. Like I would always say on this platform, that never try to abuse the system, because the more you abuse the system, the more changes will come into effect, just as you can see. And if you're in the UK, you had experienced this in the last 13 to 14 years, different changes. And just in case you're about to come, bear in mind that the UK, you could just arrive today and there is a new law that will affect you tomorrow. So just have that open mind. So when you start seeing them roll out, guys, you will not be surprised. And one of the things I do on this platform is to make sure that I bring all of this information, which I was unable to get about 14 years ago on this platform. So please do like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. I'm sure it's going to help them. Just as you can see, closing the social care worker visa route to overseas recruitment in response to widespread abuse and exploitation. Finally, this is happening. Only allowing time-limited access below degree level through a targeted immigration salary list and temporary shortage list for critical roles only, with strict requirements for sectors to grow domestic skills. Next one, commissioning the Migration Advisory Committee to conduct a review of the temporary shortage list, including occupations, salaries, and benefits. So the good thing about UK, like I would always say on this platform, that once a new rule is being passed, they will always want to check. They will always want to do a review to see that this new rules is okay, or if they need to do any adjustment, if they need to change it, which is good. They say they are going to commission the Migration Advisory Committee to check this. So workers in occupations on the temporary shortage list will no longer be able to bring dependents and will not be permitted salary and visa fee discounts. So this is basically for those who have gotten a job that the job is on the temporary shortage list. The occupations included on the list are time limited until the end of 2026 and will only remain beyond that date if the Independent Migration Advisory Committee recommends it. So if MAC recommends it, then it can carry on to stay beyond the end of 2026. But if not, they are going to remove it. In the interim, the government will not hesitate to restrict immigration access further should there be clear signs of abuse and exploitation in sectors. In time, we will also abolish the previous government's immigration salary list. Subject to parliamentary approval, the changes will come into effect from 22nd of July this month, which is this July that we are in. And transitional arrangements have also today been set out for overseas care workers already in the UK. So this has been set out already for care workers who are currently in the UK. I think someone messaged me to say that before you apply for a visa as a care worker, like if you're switching, they will need to ask for your pay slip and all of that. I'm not really sure about that. I will do a thorough research and also find out from those who have recently applied for their visas. Then I will also update you so you can be prepared. The UK is not joking from what I can see. Yeah, the UK is not joking. So the next steps they intend to take, further changes to be implemented by the end of this year, also includes raising the immigration skills charge, uplifting language requirements across the immigration system, which means that the language requirements you have now may not be able to work by the end of this year, just in case they have increased it, except maybe if they increase it and you still have the required score, then good for you. Now, unveiling a new family policy framework to Parliament. We don't know how that is going to be, but we can only be hopeful and positive. The Immigration White Paper forms a part of a broader program of immigration and border security reforms, with further measures on asylum and border security to be announced later this year. When this white paper was published, it was said that the proposals will be ruled out one after the other until 2029. And just as you can see, the first one has been ruled out. They have started already. So just in case you have been planning to come to the UK, or you know anyone who is in this UK journey, like and share this video with them so they know what it is. It's just to let you know what the UK immigration skills charge is. It's a fee that certain UK employers must pay when sponsoring skilled workers from abroad. It is intended to encourage employers to invest in training local workers rather than relying on overseas labor. So doing this to encourage employers to look out for those in the UK before looking overseas. So guys, this is just what it is. Like I said, that I didn't actually plan to film a video. I was just doing my praise and I said, okay, let me see what is going on with the UK immigration updates, and boom, I saw this, which I thought I should share with you immediately so you can start preparing yourself. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's video. And if you find this video helpful, please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. I'm sure they will also find it helpful. And until I see you in my next video, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.